All right, traders, this is to watch this video for the last trading day of August, Friday, August 30th. Quick side note, the market's closed Monday, so 3-day weekend, maybe more for me because I live in Central Florida. So, I don't know how bad it's going to be or if I'm going to lose power for a long time. I will keep Wayne informed and he will let y'all know. Either way, the chat room will be open, but I may not be trading with you next week. Well, fingers crossed, right? So the SPY gapped up today. It's still in this range, but coming up near the top of the range. Again, really, really low volume August. We've been seeing that a lot, and so it makes trading pretty boring. One thing I want to show you from today, because I'm pretty proud of this, MTC got a big pop and got a secondary pop, and that's when I believed, okay, this thing's strong. And using everything that we teach in our pullback, our free pullback webinar, or the pullback section of our trading course, I was bidding in what we call the twos buy zone right in front of the half. That's a powerful combination. I was actually bidding at 452. And look what happens. It literally hit 452. I caught the very bottom of that and went pretty quickly up to 480. I sold most into the spike and I was out the rest flat. And that's not a bad little, in 2 minutes or so, bad little $673. Pretty proud of that trade. I love those pullback plays. It ended up rolling over later, but I'm a day trader, right? So I get long, I sell, buy low, sell high. You know the deal. So anyway, that was a nice little trade taken straight out of what we teach on pullbacks. All right. Mostly a dead day for me though. Pretty dead out there. So what am I watching for Friday? And quick reminder too, I will not be there Friday afternoon. So I'm trading the morning and into lunch, and then I got to go. TLYS, really nice breakout today and a strong close. We're going to watch that. You see the 200-day right there. We'll see if it has a follow-through day. Remember, when you watch my videos, I'm looking for day trades on charts that I like that might move the next day, right? So everything's based on the daily chart, the recent action, but my trades are intraday. I'm in cash every night, all right? So MTC, not a very pretty close. The range on this thing, 353 to 525, so, and decent volume. So that's why it has my attention. This isn't an errant tick either. It actually did that this day. This day it went from 250 to 13 something, 1335. And then it's just almost come down in round trip. But they made an attempt to run it today, going to 5-minute candles. I just showed you this a little bit ago. It closed below the middle of its range. Makes me like it less, but at the same time, traders are kind of hungry in a low volume market for the next runner. So sometimes you get a second day play on something like MTC. TOPS, this one also doesn't look like much, but if I hover over this candle, you can see it went from 575 to 825. What is that, a buck 50? No, 250. That's a big move, starting at 575, a $2.50 move. And then today, look at the volume today, all the way down to 129,000 shares and a very quiet inside day. This is one that you want to see volume come in if you're going to trade it though, right? It broke an opening range today and just did nothing. It's like nobody was watching it. And so with today's low volume, I'm even more skeptical that anybody's going to be watching it tomorrow, but it doesn't cost me anything to have it on a chart. RKDA has had some crazy big moves. Today, kind of a quiet day closing where it opened. Today topped out at 830. Yesterday topped out at 842. So if it shows some strength, I like it over today's high, over 830, knowing that 842 is just above. That could be another potential catalyst and maybe another squeeze in this one. So RKDA goes on watch. EXPR, just a strong stock for the past couple days. Having said that, it's not any kind of great pattern, and the daily range on this thing's terrible. So I was kind of scraping for stuff to find, so I threw that one on the list, not in love with it. LCI is a tough trader, but man, look at this move. I didn't even watch it today because when we closed yesterday, it looked kind of ugly, looked like it's going to fill the gap, and then today it gaps down. And I never even looked at it. I just noticed it in the scans tonight. So I'm trying to look at it intraday and see if it gave anything. Kind of, right? You had the gap down and a pop and then kind of a flag. So that would have been a clean little entry right there. It's all hindsight now, though. But here's my problem with this one. A couple things, really. It's a tough trader. And two, this $9 area has been, it's been slapped down from there. I mean, back here, it pierced it, fell apart. Here, almost touched it, fell apart. And so we're back up there again. Makes me like it a lot less, but we'll see, right? DGLY, only 421,000 traded today, but it's just a pop, an inside day, and another inside day. So it's coiled. It could just as easily rip to the downside, right? So I don't know, but I'm going to watch it and see if it gives any kind of setup. NTech, strong move, and then today a quiet inside day. Might continue the move tomorrow. That's NTEC. AKTX popped off its lows today. When I go to intraday, you see a pretty nice volume move, and then a pullback, and then came up, and it touched $2 twice in the afternoon, here and here. You know I love whole number inflection points. So if this breaks through $2 on volume tomorrow, then I would look and say, hey, this might then take out today's high over 205. So you have another catalyst above if it does get through that whole number. We love that, right? Whole number inflection points with a catalyst above, decent volume for that stock today. So that one's kind of interesting. GameStop, really beaten up stock. It gapped up here. I don't remember if this was on earnings or some other news, but it's kind of coiled and then right back up near this kind of 5-6 day base. Could break out over that. Bed Bath & Beyond is BBBY. Nice volume spike today. It held up pretty well, so maybe a follow-through day in that one. A lot of shorts in that name. OPTN, extra volume today that took it right up to that $7 area again. It got slapped down around 7 here, but a stronger close today on decent volume. So it's kind of interesting through 7. We'll see. And then FSLY, really beaten up today. And so it might be kind of one of those one day oversold and the next day it bounces again. So it's just on bounce watch, but certainly not in love with that one either. Remember, volume's light. We're coming into a 3-day weekend. So trade accordingly, position size accordingly, and probably, sit out the slow lunchtime. Make sure you've got an A+ setup before you get involved. I'm done babbling. We'll see you in chat tomorrow.